Alright, time for the most requested coding tutorial. Item drops are random and multiplied by Dream. This one is actually really easy, so this tutorial shouldn't really take that long. But before we get started, like I normally say, make sure you watch the first 3 episodes of the series, just so you know how to create files and projects and stuff like that. Alright, so let's just jump into it. So I have our items drop project right here, and I have imported our spigot. You can use whatever version of spigot you want. I just have 1.16.4, so that's what I'm using. And we have our source folder with me.yourname.itemdrops, and then with the main Java file in there, and then a listeners package with our listeners class in there, along with our plugin.yml. So we only need these 3 classes in our plugin.yml to actually get this plugin to run. So let's hop over to our plugin.yml. So here we are, pretty standard plugin.yml. And we just have the name, item drops, version. I'm using API version 1.16, and you might want to keep this for this just because there's a lot of deprecated materials now, materials that aren't used anymore. So I would recommend putting this in your plugin.yml. And again, the most important thing is making sure that this is typed in correctly and with correct capitalization. So that is it for the plugin.yml. Now we can move on to our Main.java. Just a normal Main.java. We have main extends Java plugin, add override public void on enable, and then new item listen this. And then that item listen is our listener class that we're going to be making soon. Now on to our listener. This is how we set it up. We do our listener, item listen, implements listener. Then we're going to add private main plugin, public material array, mats equals material.values. And so this gives us a material array of all the materials in the game. So we have our random rand, and we're going to be using that later on. You can see I already have it imported. It's going to be the Java utility random. Everything else will be bucket or spigot. Other than that, pretty standard listener setup. We have this.plugin equals plugin, and then we register the listener. So for this listener, we're going to be using a block drop item event. So this gets triggered every time a block drops an item. So if you break a log, then this gets triggered when it wants to drop that log item for you. So we're going to start with the location, L, and we're going to do e.getBlock.get location. So now we have the location of the block that was broken. Then we're going to do material mat equals mats. So this is looking at our materials array, or the array of all the materials in Minecraft. So if we wanted to, we could do something like 1, so that would get the second material in this array, and so on. But we want to do a random, so we're going to be using our random, and then we're going to do next int. This value inside next int will give us an integer between 0 and 5. So we're going to be doing, instead of that, we're going to be doing the length of our mats array. So basically this will just give us a random material from Minecraft. We want to check to make sure that this material is something that we actually want to use, because there are a few materials in Minecraft that are kind of cheating or stuff that we wouldn't really want to use. So I'm just going to copy and paste the few that I have set up into here. And so basically what this is doing now is saying that while the material contains commands, so if the material is a command block, or the material is, so this dead would be used for coral or stuff like that, or if the material is air, or if the material is not an item, we want to select a new item. So we're just going to take that, copy and paste that into there. We're going to select a material at random. If that material is one of these that we are kind of limiting or we don't want, then it's going to select a new material, go back to the top and check it again. If it's good to go, then we can jump out into here and we are ready to continue with our plugin. So the next thing we're going to do is do e.getPlayer.getWorld.drop item. And the first arg is the location, and we're just going to drop it at the location of the block, so L, which we have from earlier. And then the second argument is what we are actually dropping, or what item we're dropping. And so we have to create a new item stack, and we're going to use our material mat, and then the number that we are going to use is whatever number you want. So you can really push this depending on how good your computer is. But just for this, I'm going to be dropping a stack. You can drop whatever number you want. You could do 1, you could do 2, 10,000. You can see what happens. And then after that, all we need to do is do e.setCanceledTrue. And so this basically just cancels the original block drop. So say we broke a tree, this would cancel the log from dropping. So only the 64 blocks that we wanted to actually drop would drop. And so that's it. That's everything you have to do. Just this little block of code will do it. It's a little bit different from how Dream does it. They set it to each block type has a corresponding other block type that it drops. So like if you break an oak block, it will always drop an ender pearl. This will randomly select a block to drop. So I guess I can show you how to do it that way if you want. It's a lot more tedious actually. You basically do e.getBlock.get type. You'll do something like this. I'm just doing it very shorthand. So now you have the material of the block, and then you'll say if block material equals material dot dirt or something. Then you'll set mat to material dot stone. No, stick. So basically now you would be testing the material of the block that you broke, and then you'd be picking a new material based on that, and then you would get rid of this, then this mat would be used here. So it's two different ways to do it. If you want to do it more like how Dream did it, you can do it this way, this new way. It just takes a lot more work to get it to go. Otherwise, you can use this simpler way, which just is a little bit more random. So that is everything for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a comment below and remember to subscribe for more, and let me know what tutorial you want in the future.
Nothing drops it. Do it again.
Look.
No!
Yes! Let's go! Yes! Oh my god. I got so many. Let's go.
Make more signs.
No, we need to make. We
No, we have so many. No, I have so many.
I can't believe you actually found it.
That was god. It was literally my last attempt. I was like, oh, I just haven't made a sign
a second
yet.
later, I was like, Dream, can we just quit? And you're like, no, dude.
Sign. Place. Alright, where's my axe? I can't
Oh, it's
believe
not. It's
you
different
found
signs
it.
per. It's different things per one. You have to do it. You have to do acacia.
Oh my god, acacia.
I have
sign.
acacia.
As if you managed to find it.
What was string? Anyone remember?
No.